Hey everyone, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com. Today, I'm starting my series on this Bible versus this Bible. So the first one, we're going to do the NASB Topaz versus the Humble Lamb History. All right, so I can only compare the ones that I have. So we're going to start with the Topaz and talk about it. First, I'm going to tell you the specs. I'm going to try to put the specs on the screen, but then I'll read them to you. The Topaz has the 2020 NASB, brown calf split leather, pasted vinyl liner, sewn binding, 2 1/4 inch ribbons. The overall size is 6 3/4 by 9 7/8 by 1 1/4. It weighs 2 pounds 6.5 ounces. Has 28 GSM French premium paper, gold page edges, double column verse layout, line matching text, 10-point More Pro typeface, red letter, outer column reference, family pages, topical index, 15 maps, printed in the Netherlands, and the current price is $175. That possibly will change, and of course that will depend on where you get it. Okay, so the Humble Lamb History, 2020 NASB, fox orange goatskin, leather edge-lined liner, sewn binding, 3 10mm ribbons. Overall size is 7.7 3/4 by 5.5 by 2 inches. It weighs 1 pound 9.6 ounces. It has 32 GSM paper, 4-edge art page edges, single column paragraph layout, line matching text, 8.5-point Milo typeface, blue letter for the words of Christ, outer margin reference, section heading drop caps, 220 Gustave Doré illustrations, 14 maps, printed in China, and the current price is $220. So let's take a look at both. They both come with an elegant box. I like the box for both of them. We'll get the boxes out of the way for a minute. I'm going to try to keep these short. I have already reviewed both Bibles, and as I'm talking about them, I will place the link to the review in the upper corner. So the Topaz, here's its overall look, and here's how the Humble Lamb compares in size. There's the footprint and thickness. Very obvious that the Topaz is thinner and taller and wider. I love the 4-edge art of the Humble Lamb. That's just a beautiful design that they have. So let's turn to the same page in both. I, for some reason, like to turn to the book of Isaiah, partially because it is in the middle of the Bible, and both Bibles stay open well at that point. So there's Isaiah. You might hear wind in the background. I tried to wait until the wind was over. That's not going to happen. So here's how they look side by side. I'll zoom in so that they're easier to see. They have the same references, and Words of Christ in red versus Words of Christ in blue. The blue is a little bit more difficult to see, but it does stand out enough to notice it. So there's red versus blue. So overall, I find them both to be elegant Bibles. I find the Topaz to be a little bit easier to read because of the page lies flat, while the Humble Lamb has a little bit more bend into the gutter, and that is because of the edge-line tab. Both are elegant Bibles. The Humble Lamb does give you a couple of extra features with the drop caps and with the illustrations from Gustave Doré. They both look good. I like holding both, reading both. So between the two, it's just going to depend on which paper you like better. They're about the same in paper, to be honest. I find the larger font of the Topaz to be a little bit easier to see, especially for preaching. If I was going to carry one around with me, I'd probably carry the Humble Lamb. It's easy to hold and carry. If I was going to preach for one, I would probably preach from the Topaz. If I could only have one, I might go with the Topaz simply because of a larger font. Looks elegant, looks good, but at the same time, it's only a verse by verse with no other formatting. And as you can see, the Humble Lamb has all the formats as far as poetry, letters. So it just depends on what you like and what you want, what you need it for. I think they both serve a purpose, and I think they both serve their purpose well. We'll look at the maps. I am a map person, so I like to compare maps. It's sometimes hard to compare maps because they don't all have the same maps, the same sorts of things. But just to give an idea of the colors, here's the kinds of colors that we have compared. So they both do have the same references. And the Humble Lamb does not have a concordance or topical index or anything like that. So that is my quick look at the NASB Topaz in brown calf split leather and the History in fox orange goatskin. I'll place links to both in the description, and also both were supplied in exchange for honest reviews. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.